So question number 4, given that 15 cot A is 8, find say sin A and sec A. So we are given 15 cot A is 8. We have to find these trigonometric ratios sin A and sec A. So we have the solution given 15 cot A is 8. Hence cot A is 8 by 15. Cotangent of A is 8 by 15. So how is cot A defined? How is cotangent defined? Do you remember? It is adjacent side by opposite side of a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, if this is an acute angle, then the side opposite to this can be taken as the opposite side or the perpendicular side, and side adjacent to this can be taken as the adjacent side or base, right? So if this is A, then cotangent of A is B by P or adjacent by opposite, right? So cotangent of A, hence adjacent or should I say base is equal to 8K and perpendicular is 15K. Are you following me? I have taken that if cot A is 8 by 15, then base is 8K, perpendicular is 15K, because cotangent is base by perpendicular, right? Or adjacent by opposite. So the base is 8K and perpendicular is 15K, because 8K by 15K is equal to 8 by 15, where K is any positive integer. Positive integer means greater than 0. Now do you know what is the logic of taking K? The logic is that this is a ratio, okay? This side by this side will produce this ratio. We don't know the actual value of these sides. This is just the ratio of the sides. So we assume that multiplying 8 and 15 by the same number will give us the actual sizes of the base and perpendicular. Because you see 8 by 15, this is equal to 16 by 30, right? So how do you get 16 by 30? This ultimately becomes 8 by 15, right? So how do you get 16 by 30? 2 into 8, 2 into 15, right? You are multiplying both this one and this one by the same positive number, so you get the actual size. Suppose these are the actual sizes of base and perpendicular. So to get the actual sizes, we are multiplying by the same positive integer. Okay. Since we don't know the actual sizes, we assume that this is K. Getting my point? So we have to divide, we have to multiply both the sides by the same positive integer. Okay. So that will give us the actual sizes. Now let us apply Pythagoras theorem. What do we have? Hypotenuse square is base square plus perpendicular square, right? This is Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square perpendicular square. In a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is equal to the square sum of the squares of the two sides. We are giving it name base and perpendicular, but actually the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. That is Pythagoras theorem. So we have hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? What is base square? It is 8k square. What is perpendicular square? 15k square. This is equal to 64k square plus 225k square, which is equal to how much? 289k square, right? And what is 289k square? This 7 into 7. Yes, 17 square. Hence, let us continue it here. We don't know this. So, hence, hypotenuse square is 289k square. 289k square. Hence, hypotenuse is square root of 289k square, which is equal to 17k. So it is hypotenuse is 17k plus minus 17k actually, but we reject the negative value because hypotenuse is the length of the right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is a length. Okay, this is the hypotenuse is the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, it cannot be negative, so we have to take the positive value. So hypotenuse is 17k. Okay, so we have all the three sides of the right angle triangle: base 8k, perpendicular 15k, hypotenuse 17k. Now it is easy to find the trigonometric ratio sin A and sec A. Okay, because all these three, cot A, sin A and sec A, are based on the same acute angle A. And since we have already found out the base, perpendicular and hypotenuse, now it is easy to find the other two ratios, sin A and cos A. Hence, sin A. What is the formula for sin A? It is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is perpendicular? This 15k. What is hypotenuse? It is 17k. K cancels out. We get 15 by 17. That is sin A. And what is sec A? Sec A is hypotenuse by base, right? And what is that? Hypotenuse is 17k, and what is base? It is 8k. This cancels out, it is 17 by 8. Hence sin A is 15 by 17, sec A is 17 by 8, and that is your answer. Okay. By the way, I have written base and perpendicular here. You can replace base with adjacent and perpendicular with opposite. It will be same. Okay, you can write adjacent is square by plus opposite is square, like this. And here also you can replace hypotenuse by, instead of base you can write adjacent, and instead of perpendicular you can write opposite by hypotenuse, like that. It will be correct. Okay, so that is your answer. That is your sin A and sec A.